This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, before getting into the topic, mm, who can answer about the roles in the PPM, the roles of project project portfolio management?
Sir, I
Yes, Manohar.
project accountant, project
Mm-hmm.
manager, or project creator, project member, project administrator, implementation project administrator, or
Mm-hmm.
project application administrator, IT security manager, billing specialist, and enterprise contract creator.
Not creator, enterprise contract administrator.
Yeah, sorry, sir, contract administrator.
Mm-hmm. Anything else?
Can I tell, sir?
Yes, I did.
Project creator and project team member.
Okay. He covered project creator, but he didn't talk about project team member, which is
Yeah,
good. One more is there.
team.
Two more are there.
IT security manager.
No, I'm talking about specifically to the projects. IT security manager, it's not belongs to the PPM
No.
users or PPM consultants. I mean implementation users. Manohar, did you cover about billing specialist?
Sir, billing
Yeah,
specialist also I covered.
Okay. Did you cover integration specialist?
Integration specialist I didn't cover, sir.
Okay.
So
Integration
you
specialist is also important for us because
okay, sir.
when you want to use a BDIs, like if you want to do conversions, right? Because in Fusion, conversions are done by functional consultants only. Most of the time, like 99%. Sometimes if we don't have enough bandwidth, then we will, you know, place another resource in order to do the conversions. But maximum 99.99% all the conversions will be done by the functional consultants only. And also, once the customer went live, if they want to do any kind of activities like budget creation, right? So there is a scenario actually. We are having EPM, Enterprise Performance Management, and also ERP, Enterprise Resource Management. So budgets are getting created in EPM, okay? But once after budgets are created in EPM, we have to create project and budget in the ERP. That means within the projects ERP, we have to create that. So in order to do that, the EPM team will send a file actually. Just give me a second. Okay, right. So once the EPM team, created the budget, then they'll send a file to the ERP team. Then the user from ERP side, like maybe the project users, they'll take that file and using that file, they'll create project budgets using APDI templates. And don't worry, we will see about what are the APDIs and how we can use for conversions and again to import the data in detail. So don't worry about that. So these are like the templates which are used to do conversions or to import bulk data or to create data in bulk at a time, right? So that is the main purpose of the FBDI templates, file-based data import templates. Okay, so even the users, right? They will also use the FBDI templates in order to create data in bulk, right? So these are very user friendly. So I mean, there is no much technical things involved here. So anybody can do that, right? So if you want to do this kind of activities like conversions, or if you want to create data in mass using FBDI templates, right? File based data import. In that case, you should have a role called integration specialist, which is project integration specialist. That is very important. So if you don't have that role, what will happen? We are having some standard, jobs. What are the jobs here? Anybody? I mean, what exactly I'm referring to?
Uh, we know only two, sir.
Hmm.
Maybe concurrent
Jobs are
programs.
nothing but concurrent programs.
Run
Exactly.
user on hosts.
Right. So here jobs are referred to concurrent programs in the e-business suite, right? So while running jobs, you cannot find appropriate parameters in order to run that job. So if you have that role, then you can able to run those jobs so that you can import the data into the projects. So make a note on this. This is also very important. Okay. Now let me um, who can talk about the available functional areas within the project function financial management. Let me pick Banu. Banu, guys, am I audible?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Is Banu there?
Yeah, no.
You don't know, he's
No.
not here in institute.
Banu, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Tell me, what are the functional areas that are available under project financial management offering?
Uh, c- a project count cost.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, no, I am not studying that.
Okay, so even if you don't know, don't worry, because in real times, sometimes the users will ask you about something which you don't know, right? So at that
Oh,
time, no need to, you know, uh, get scared. Just tell them, okay, I don't know, I will get back to you. So even if you don't know something, guys, just tell me that, sorry, I didn't refer or I'm not able to recollect it, whatever it is, whatever is the problem you're facing, right? So don't be
okay.
silent. Silence is very dangerous, especially with users. You should not be silent. That is very important. Okay. Who can else? Mm, let's give this to Sai Kiran. Come on, Sai. If Sai not, then it goes to Ganesh. Sai, are you there?
Are you audible? Hello?
Okay, tell me.
Organization structure.
Uh,
Organization structure.
Loudly, I cannot hear you.
Organization structure.
Organization.
Structure. Internal development.
Mm-hmm.
Capital project. Project contract. User and security.
Okay, project contracts. Good.
Capital project. Are you audible?
Your voice is very hard to hear. Okay, let's go to Ganesh. Come on, Ganesh. What are the available functional areas under project financial management offering? Where is Ganesh? Yes, Ganesh. Guys, come on, we don't have much time. Hurry up.
అన్నా
Yes, Ganesh.
యాక్చువల్లీ గణేష్ is doing puja అన్న, that's why he's not answering. So you can pick another one.
What, Ganesh?
అన్న
What,
గుడ్ మార్నింగ్ అన్న.
Yes, Ganesh.
ఫంక్షన్ ఏరియాస్ అన్న.
Yes, functional areas.
బర్డెన్,
Okay, burdening, good,
బర్డెనింగ్, ప్రాజెక్ట్ అండ్ కాంట్రాక్ట్, క్యాపిటల్ ప్రాజెక్ట్, కాంట్రాక్ట్ ప్రాజెక్ట్
good,
అండ్ ఇంటర్నల్ యూజర్, ఆర్గనైజేషన్ స్ట్రక్చర్, వర్క్ ఫ్లో స్ట్రక్చర్, ప్రాజెక్ట్ ఆర్గనైజేషన్,
good, very good,
ప్రాజెక్ట్ బిల్డింగ్,
superb. Mm-hmm.
ఇంటర్నల్ ప్రాజెక్ట్ బిల్డింగ్,
Okay, anyone?
హలో
హలో
దేవనాడు ఏంటి రమేష్ అన్నాను.
అన్నా చెప్పండి అన్నా. అన్నా
హలో
చెప్పండి అన్నా. చెప్పండి అన్నా.
నాడు ఫోన్గా చెప్పట్లేదా?
చూసి చెప్తున్నాడా? నేను అదే అడుగుదాం అనుకున్నా, ఏంటి చూసి చెప్తున్నావు, ఎంత ఫాస్ట్గా వెళ్ళిపోతున్నావు అని. ఏ గణేష్, ఓకే, ఏంటి చూసి చెప్తున్నావా?
అన్న ఇప్పుడు పూజ చేస్తానన్న, అంటే మైండ్ లో స్ట్రైక్ అనేసి 4 చెప్పాను, ఇంకా చూసానమ్మా.
గుడ్, నెక్స్ట్ టైం నుంచి చూడు మాకు.
ఓకే అన్న, నెక్స్ట్ టైం కంటిన్యూ.
Sir, shall I continue? Hello.
Yeah, who is this?
Yes, sir, me, sir. Shall I continue, Manohar?
Yes, Manohar.
Yes, sir. So, initial user, enterprise profile,
Okay.
legal structure,
Okay.
financial report structure, organization structure, workforce structure, project
Good.
organization, user and security, and project cost, project costing base, project building base, project foundation, capital project, project contract, internal project building, burdening, budgetary controls and encumbrance account, application extensions, transaction tax, and
Okay. చూసి చెప్పట్లేదుగా.
No, sir. I'm without saying, I'm telling.
Okay, very good.
And I missed 2 to 3
Okay,
more.
hold on. What are the tasks which are under workflow structure?
Workflow structure, as far I know, creating a department, maintaining departments and organization tree. In the
Good.
organization structure, maintaining business unit, and coming to the user and security, data access, and project organizations, classify the project organizations.
Very good. Super.
Thank you.
50% కవర్ చేసావు అయితే ఫ్యూజన్లో.
Yeah.
See guys, knowing functional areas is very important. You will face questions on functional areas, what are the tasks, under each functional area. That is very important. Okay, because most of our work will be with the setup and maintenance under functional areas. So they will come to know your experience and your hands on the project financial management based upon your familiarity on the functional areas, right? So you have to be very familiar with all these functional areas. So just now, Manohar, he shared very nicely. So you have to be like that. Next, we'll move to the our topic, important one, which is project unit. So in the last session, I said about project unit like it's a line of business. If the organization is having multiple lines of business, then we'll create multiple project units, each one for a single line of business. Guys, someone go on mute. Okay. Right. So here project unit organization or project unit is going to be created by project consultants or project implementation users. Remember, the departments we don't create, the business units we don't create, the legal entities we don't create, right? But when it comes to the project unit, yes, we are the one who is going to create. Okay, so knowing about project unit is very important, and also most of the time you will receive questions on this project unit because this is the newly introduced one when it compares to the business suite. So they'll ask you what is a project unit, right? So be prepared even on the project units. That is very, very important. So under managed project unit organizations, it is nothing but you can just see the name and the code, right? So here we are just defining a project unit organization. When it comes to the another task, let me go there. Project unit options, right? This is very important. So under project organizations, as I told you, you have to remember project unit organizations, project unit options, right? And classifying, configure project accounting business functions, submitting, submit job, which is submit process to maintain project organizations. These are all very, very, very important. And of course, even this one also, manage organizations hierarchies, will come here after project units. So let's go to the project unit options. I'll open the first one. So always when you're trying to learn about a new thing, try to learn in a conceptual manner, like what the project unit does, instead of mugging up right from the beginning. What are the options in that? So instead of that, try to understand what a project unit does. Based upon that, you can have some points, right? So that will definitely, help you in order to remember all the options. So within the project unit options, we are having, three sections, which is the first one is general properties, and the other one is related business units, and the other one is reporting setups. Under general properties, we'll just select the default set. Again, don't worry, we'll talk about reference data sets. I mean, we will also call these as reference data sets. We'll study about them in detail, so don't worry about it. So under general properties, we'll just select the set, and coming to the related business unit section, we'll select what is the business unit, sorry, that are related to this project unit, right? Or what are the project are else, okay. A project unit can be assigned to multiple business units as well. So if you see here, I'm having multiple available business
Sir,
units.
sir, one question.
Yes, Manohar.
Sir, is project unit is like a classifications in the EVA, sir?
No, classification is different.
No, it just to segregate the type of projects, sir.
But we cannot compare with the project classifications. Project classifications completely, to classify the project. But the project unit, we cannot completely say that that belongs to classify the project based upon the line of business. If you want to, capture all your details and you want to report them accordingly, then in that case, we'll go with the multiple project units.
Yes, sir, that's what somewhat 30 to 40% similar to the classifications.
But don't compare the classifications.
Okay.
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 Okay. So one project unit can be assigned to multiple business units. So in that case, even I can take this business unit and also I can assign that but business unit to the project unit. So remember, a project unit can be assigned to multiple business units, and also a business unit can be assigned with the multiple project units as well. Vice versa. This is also very important interview question. A single project unit can be assigned to multiple business units, and a single business unit can be assigned with multiple project units as well. So if we take an example, in a company we are having service sector, okay, R&D sector, right? So these are the two sectors or two line of business we are having within the organization or the company, right? And I'm having multiple business units, and each business unit, I mean, again, within the business unit, I can do R&D activities, and also I can do some kind of service related activities. And some business units, they only do service related activities, and some business units, they'll do only R&D activities, right? So in that case, I can assign multiple project units to the appropriate business unit, and also a single project unit can be assigned to the multiple business units. Okay, next we'll move to the
Anna,
reporting side. Yes.
Anna,
Yes, sir.
within the legal entity or cross legal entity also, we can assign that project unit to business unit.
Yes, you can assign that.
Okay.
Sir, can you
Okay.
please repeat the example, sir? Hello,
Who is this?
Arjun.
Okay, why didn't you listen while explaining?
No, sir. I listened, but I want to listen one time. I want to get clearer picture.
Okay. See, I'm having multiple line of businesses like service, R&D, and maybe some kind of uh, or else construction related activities, right? So these are all like some of my line of businesses, and within that organization I'm having multiple business units. Like if you take India as a legal entity, then within that I'm having Hyderabad, Bangalore, Chennai, Mumbai. All these are all different business units. So Hyderabad business unit is only meant for doing R&D activities, right? And maybe Bangalore is meant for both service and R&D, and Chennai is meant for some construction related activities, right? So in that case, based upon their respective activities, we are going to assign one or more project units or line of business to that business unit, right? And the same project unit, which is like R&D, I'm using for Hyderabad business unit and also Bangalore business unit, right? So in that case, one project unit can be assigned to multiple business units, and one business unit contains multiple project units, just like service and R&D, which is carried out by the Hyderabad business unit. Okay, so this project unit concept, this is very important. If you skip this, that's it. Whatever you answer, they won't consider much. Okay, let's go to the reporting setup. Is that okay, Arjun?
Okay.
Okay, good. So coming to the reporting setup, right? So if you see here, we are doing summarization, right, on commitments. So what are the commitments we are having here? Requisitions, purchase orders, supplier invoices, other commitments. So you can track these other commitments as again maybe some external commitments. Okay. Sorry. Okay. So how you want to summarize all these commitments? So whether you want to include them in your summarization within the project financial management side, so that you can able to see that financial related information against the project within the financial tab, right? So do you want to include equations? If you want to include, then you can enable the checkbox. Purchase orders, yes. Supplier invoices, yes. Sometimes some people they're not in show interest on requisition, so they'll uncheck it, right? Based upon the customer requirement, we will enable it, or will some for some other options will disable it. Coming to the status, at what status these commitments are ready to be or to get summarized within the project financial management side or project portfolio management side, right? So here I'm saying when the requisition is approved, then only that particular commitment is eligible for summarizing within the project accounting side. And also purchase orders, if you keep all irrespective of the status, like whether it is approved or it is in draft, right, whatever it is eligible for getting summarized within the project side, right? So most of the times we'll go with approved commitments, because if they are not approved, there could be chances of deleting them and changing something, right? So always we go with status of approved, because once it is approved, that means they are going to stick with their commitments. If not, there could be possibilities of again deleting those commitments, right? So because of that, we are having the status with approved. Okay. And then how you want to summarize, right? So on based upon start date, period start date or period end date, right? So based upon these again selection, our summer the commitments will get summarized within the project accounting side, right? So again, in order to import all these commitments into project side, you have to run update project performance data job. This is very important, right? So that is this is the one of the activity done by the update project performance data. So importing the commitments is one of the duty. That is not the only duty done by the update project performance data, but this is one of the duty done by that particular job. And your assignment is to get more points on update project performance data job. Okay, guys, let's make a note on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Update project performance means it is a update project summary amount for a single project. In EBS, right?
Mm-hmm.
In EBS, we call it as the update project summary amount
Mm-hmm.
related to that topic only.
Mm. Try to get more points, like what else it can do at the project accounting side. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, good. So we are missing one more thing, like within the general properties you can also see project numbering, like project numbering related options here, like whether you want to generate automatically or you want to generate manually, right? If it is manually, whether it is alphanumeric or only numeric, all those options will get appear under general properties. But there is a reason why we are not able to see those options here, right? Because of enabling one feature, and because of that it should be under here, configure project numbering. Okay, so this is also very important thing, because as I opted, like um, we are having some special features. If you want to opt those special features, yes you can opt. If you want to ignore them, yes you can also ignore, right? So based upon the interest, you can either enable those special features or you can disable them. So if you want to do that, you have to go to the change, where is that, change feature opt-in. Under specific offering, we have to come here under this. Maybe if we go to project financial management, so click on the pencil icon, then you can see that particular features, right? So how like how you can refer all these are, see, if you see here, these are all the special features which can be enabled and disabled by the project administrator. So in that case, this one, flexibly set up automatic numbering for projects. As I enabled this option, so if you see here within this, I have enabled this. Once you enable this option, you cannot see the project numbering options within the project unit. But if it is disabled, then yes, you can see the project numbering within the project unit options itself. But as I have enabled this feature, the project numbering is taken out from the project units, and we have a separate task in order to configure the project numbering. Okay, so for that we have a task called configure project numbering task, which is available under project foundation. Okay, so if you come here, project numbering, configure project numbering, so within here, if we don't enable flexibly feature option, then you can enable project numbering only at the project unit level, right? But if you opt that special feature, then you can configure your project numbering at different levels like business unit, project type, project unit, right? So for example, you are having multiple business units and you want to configure your project numbering based upon your business unit. One business unit follows one style and the other business unit follows different style for creating project numbering. Like I'm having two business units, Bangalore business unit, Hyderabad business unit. Hyderabad business unit, uh, they want to create the project numbers automatically. But the Bangalore business unit, they want to create projects manually, right? And again, maybe if you are having one more business unit, which is Chennai, right? So they want to create projects automatically using a prefix. That means Chennai, CH, maybe all the projects start with CH. That is their requirement, right? So if you want to satisfy or if you want to meet these kinds of requirements, we can enable that special feature. And then once you come here, because without enabling that feature, you cannot even open this task, configure project numbering. Remember, okay? Once enable, yes,
Anna, Sridhar
yes,
here.
yes, Sridhar.
Hello. So, in the same list of values, I can see none and other. So, what it means, none and other?
Others, I am not sure, but if you select none, then your default configuration will be considered, right? We are having
Okay.
some default configurations. So if you are, see, if you see here, this is your override configuration. So this, whatever the configurations you are doing here, this is overriding the default configuration. So in the default configuration, I can select on the method either it is manual creation or automatic creation, how you want to create your projects. If it is automatic, you can also use the prefix, maybe as I said, uh, generic, and the project number is, it starts with 1000, right? So in that case, gn 1000, gn 1001. So this is the project numbering sequence. That is the default configuration. But if you want to override it, you can override at either business unit level, project type level, and the project unit level. Let's see what the other details contains. Nothing. I don't know why he gave this. I'm not sure. So if you select project type, maybe if you are having multiple project types, okay. So in that case, based upon the project type, right? So if you want to configure your project number, then yes, even you can do that. So you can pick the project type from the list of values, and then you can choose whether you want to create project number automatically or manually. If it is manually, then you cannot use the prefix and the next number, right? Because we are going to enter the project number manually while creating the project, right? And you can select whether that is in alphanumeric or only numeric when it comes to the manual. But when it comes to the automatic, then you can use the prefix. So as I said, maybe here, let's go with, okay, AG, and this is starts with 1000. Okay, and I'll pick one more project type, which is maybe this. Here I want to go with automatic again, and here it is BG, and the project number starts with 2000, right? So in the same way, you can also do it for project unit and business unit, right? So this is very, very, very basic interview question, okay, which you have to remember. So remember the feature what we have enabled, and remember what are the levels where we can override the default configurations like project unit, project type, business unit. Right, guys?
Okay, Anna.
Okay, good. Let's go back to our project organization functional area. So within this, so if you don't enable that feature, you can see project numbering configuration within the project unit options itself. That is the default level actually. And set assignments again we'll see during like studying reference data sets, so don't worry, we'll leave this as of now. And let's go to the manage organization hierarchies and classifications. This is very important. Let's say I want to use my inventory organizations as my expenditure organizations, right? So right, the flow or the integration between the inventory and project accounting, guys,
Yes, sir.
that is very important, as that is, I mean, little bit complex. Everyone mostly they are interested in hearing about the integration between the inventory and the project accounting modules, right? So if I want to have an integration between inventory and the project accounting, so in that case, whatever the inventory organization that I referred during my miscellaneous transactions, right, whether it is a transfer or receipt against a project, right, guys, so that particular inventory organization will be act as an expenditure organization, right? But if you don't set up that inventory organization as expenditure organization, can we have the transactions into the project accounting?
No.
No, right?
No.
So if you want to do that, how can you classify them? How can you classify the inventory organizations as your expenditure organizations? That's the first question, right? Because where can we classify them? Using manage project organizations classifications. But if you want to see that inventory organization under this task, right, maybe here, inventory organizations, let's search, right? So if you want to see all these inventory organizations under manage project organization classification, right, then only you can able to pick it. And then maybe let's go with, and then go to the pencil icon, and you are going to classify that inventory organization as your project expenditure organization, right, guys? But if you want to see the inventory organizations list here, there is one prerequisite, that is you have to go to manage organization hierarchies and classifications. Under this, you have to pick the inventory organization from this available list into the selected list. Yes, right. And again, even you want to work on departments, yes. And even I want to have my project owning organizations and project expenditure organizations, because these are all the organizations you are going to use within your project financial management. See again, if you see here, select which organization classifications are available for project financial management application, right? So I want to pick even my project task owning organization here, and again I want to use even my business unit, even I want to use my project unit. Like these are all the basic things usually we'll select. Sometimes even we select legal employer as well. apart from this, most of the times we won't go with other options, but these are all the default organizations what we'll pick, right? So if you don't pick inventory organization, then you cannot see the inventory organizations while classifying them as project expenditure organizations under the task of managed project organization classifications, right? So even in real time, when you're going to classify your organizations or when you're going to configure your application, make sure that you are having enough organization classifications under managed organization hierarchies. Okay guys, that is very important. Let's go to the last one, which is very important. Configure project accounting business functions. This is just like your implementation options within your e-business suite. Within the implementation options, you are going to provide options or the default options for both costing and billing. Am I correct? Guys, are you there?
Yes, sir.
So we are going to configure for both project billing and project costing. But when it comes to the fusion, it got separated, right? Maybe like they are fighting each other. They're not able to sit in one room or one house. They got divided. వేరే కుంపట్లు పెట్టేశారు అనమాట ఇక్కడ. ప్రాజెక్ట్ బిల్లింగ్ separate task, project costing separate task. They're not available under same task, unlike in a business suite which are available within the implementation options. But here we are having two tasks. So configure project accounting business functions is mainly meant for specifying your costing related options, right? So everyone know about scope, right? Now I want to select the options or costing related options for my bank view business unit. If it is not, if I want to configure for a different business unit, then I have to click on the scope, I have to change the business unit, then I can go into that particular task, right? Now within this, under header section, you can see all the default information that flows from the business unit. What is the business unit code, and what is the associated legal entity, what is the associated ledger, currency, calendar, right? Now when we go to the line level details, under here we are having two tabs. One is basic tab and the other one is advanced tab, right? So here now you can match or you can compare with your implementation options within the e-business suite. I think under implementation options we specify the trees, right? What is my task owning organization trees and what is my expenditure organization tree, right guys?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
Anna.
So here also we are going to specify the same thing. And if my task owning organization tree is same as of expenditure organization, then I have to disable this. If I want to use a different organization tree for expenditure organizations, then you have to enable that checkbox and you have to select the appropriate organization tree here. But if both are same, then I can disable this. Then whatever the tree you select here, that will appear here, right? So guys, here all the options are pretty much related to your implementation options. So it's your job to compare with your implementation options. And even we are having used different accounting and project accounting periods. And guys, remember, when you are playing with this option in real time, you have to be very, very, very careful. Once you enable this option, that's it. You cannot disable that. That means if your business don't want use different project, I mean different calendar for your project accounting, then you cannot reverse that. And then again, maybe you have to either refresh the entire environment or you have to use a new environment, right? So you have to be very careful. But if you do it in prod, that's it,
If we have
right?
enabled it, sir, how can we correct it, sir? We cannot even correct it, sir. Or we need to create an entire business unit.
Sorry.
If we have enabled the accounting period, sir, use different accounts,
Mhm.
different accounting for different periods. So how can we correct it in real time?
In real time, like maybe we have to go with a different business unit,
Or we need to
right?
recreate one second business unit and all the setup.
Yeah, like we have to go with a different business unit. Like till now, like we didn't face the situation in prod, but most of the guys, I mean, they'll do mistake in lower environments. So that's why when you are preparing your configuration book, right? Most of the times, uh, we used to prepare the configuration book, and the respective team members, like the mentees, who are meant for doing configuration works. So like maybe when you enter into an organization, your primary responsibility, like working on the configuration side. They don't put you directly with the client most of the times, right? And they don't ask you to design, to provide a solution, for designing the application. That won't happen immediately. First they'll test your capabilities, and they'll see your interest. Based upon that, they'll push you to the customer side. It depends upon, again, organization to organization, but mostly
Okay.
this is what happens actually, because no one will dare to put you directly with the customer without knowing your capabilities, right? That is very important. So while preparing the configuration book, we have to be very specific whether you want to enable this or disable this, because based upon the configuration book, they'll use the configuration book and they'll try to configure the entire application, right, guys? But when it comes to the prod, you have to be very very careful, right? Next, again, casting currency conversion, right? If you are using multi-currency, right? If your transaction currencies are different from your ledger currency or functional currency, so in that case, what is your rate type? Whether it's a corporate, fixed, or user spot, whatever it is. What is your data type? Date type, like whether you want to consider your accounting date or whether you want to consider that the transaction date of that particular transaction, right? As per the requirement, we usually select these options. When we will go with this, I mean, these are all the default options here, but when can we use these options? When you are having cost or the transactions in a different currency, or in a currency which is different from your ledger currency. For example, my ledger currency is INR, but I'm having transactions in USD currency, right? So in that case, at the end, when we post uh, the accounting entries or the distributions to the GL, so my GL ledger is based upon which currency? INR currency, but my transaction happened in USD currency. So I should convert that USD amount into INR amount, right? In order to store that into my books, GL books. So in that case, we had system or the application will make use of these like currency conversion attributes. Then accordingly, it will convert the amounts from USD to INR. Okay. Again, you know about this expenditure cycle start date, right? Which is very similar to e-business suite as well, and default asset book as well, the same thing, right? And if you want to even do some kind of retirement process, like if you are having capital projects and even you want to do some kind of retirement activities, then yes, you can enable this and separate the duties to enter and release expenditure batches. I think you are having this option also, right, in your business suite, right, guys?
Yes, sir.
Ganesh,
Hello.
yeah, right. So most of the things are very familiar here, but only thing is you have to remember what are the options that are available under configure project accounting business functions. So remember the options which are related to the costing side can be found in this task, like trees, accounting periods, currency conversion, and all these attributes that are related to the costing. Now let's jump into the advanced.
In
Again, we
And
select.
Sundar here. I have
Anna,
one doubt.
Yes, yes, Sridhar, go ahead.
Yeah, no. So actually, so it's a so if I'm doing a capital project, like say for
Mm-hmm.
example, I'm just constructing my own building.
Mm-hmm.
So I just completed 3 floors and I just make it capitalizable. Three floors also capitalized. And now
Mm-hmm.
suddenly another guy came and he just want to buy my building. So I just want to sell my building. So how can I handle this situation? Like I just started as a capital project. Now I want to sell that building.
Mm-hmm. So in that case, while creating a project type itself, you have to enable both billing and capitalizable options. Capitalizable. Then whatever the asset you are having, then even you can
No,
able
no,
to
no,
sell
no.
it.
So my question here is, so actually I started as a capital project. I didn't enable
Mm-hmm.
any billing related activities.
Okay.
So
Then in that case, you
total
have to
my
transfer
building
your
was five.
cost.
Okay.
You have to transfer your cost to the contract project, right? That is your only option here.
No, no. So here, so how can I transfer this like a cost to the billing project? No, it's already capitalized. 3 floors
Mm-hmm.
capitalized already.
Mm-hmm.
So is it
So
like
you,
a yeah? No.
yeah, let's try to transfer them to another like contract project. Take two projects. One project is capital and one project is for contract. Once after capitalizing them, let's try to transfer those costs to the contract project. Once you are able to do that, then you can start billing, right?
Yeah.
Right? Right, that is the only option I can see, because when you are saying that my project is only meant for capital project, then obviously you have to transfer that cost to the another project which is meant for contract, right? For which is used for generating invoices and revenue.
Okay. But here it's already asset lines generated, and how can we transfer those lines to like I
Why,
need to create another
wait,
contract
why
project
will
and a new
we?
project.
Why are we focusing on asset lines? Are
So
we
it's
are not going
already
to transfer asset lines to any other project? No,
yes. So it means that we need to create another new project, a billing project, and then we need to transfer these things.
we have to transfer the cost. That's it, right? We
Okay,
won't transfer asset lines.
okay, then what happened to that generated asset IDs?
Mm-hmm.
So it's already 3 floors total. My building is 5 floors, and 3 floors already. I just completed capitalization and asset ID also generated. Asset number also generated.
Then in that case, you can do one thing. You can just reverse that entire capitalization on that asset, right?
Okay, okay? Is it reverse or maybe like can do retirement? Can we do retirement as well?
Retirement is also one of the option what we can see here, but even we are having like reversing the entire capitalization process, right? Like if you
Okay,
don't want to maintain that as an asset anymore,
okay,
either you can reverse it or you can retire it, and you can make it to the take off entirely from your assets list. But
okay. So it means
again, under
like
retire, if you opt for retirement, again you have to consider so many other points as well,
yes, yes,
right?
yes. So
That is
reversal is the
important.
best option.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, Anna. Thank you.
So, I mean, did you face this question in any interviews or?
No, my own. So I just thought that how we will handle the situation. So if we situation, how we will face this if we get this
Okay,
situation.
okay, basically, got it. So, guys, I have asked one more question to you, right? Few days back, related to Sridhar's question. I'm doing
Yeah.
my. So, did you all get that?
Yeah, we done capital events, Anna, for that.
Okay. I mean, I need a complete answer, not a one-word answer.
It means in capital projects, we have 5 floors means. In that 2 floors is completed when
See,
it is
forget about 3 floors, 5 floors, 10 floors. I'm having one asset, okay, and the asset building is in progress now, and all of a sudden I stopped building that asset, and I want to completely recover that. I just don't want to build that asset. That's it. I don't want 5 floors, 3 floors. I want to shut down my whole asset, right, guys? Okay, you think on it. I have to complete and to finish my other stuff as well. Okay, let's go to the advanced. Under advanced, again, if you want to do cross charge transactions, right, then those cross charge options, again, within your implementation options, usually you specify your cross charge options, right? What are your, I mean, again, if you are having the transactions in multiple currencies, I mean, which is different from your ledger currency, then you have to select your conversion related attributes and cross charge related attributes, like whether you want to perform cross charge transaction within the business unit or not. If yes, you have to select whether you want to go within the business unit or across the business units, right? So depending upon, we will select the options. And then the other important thing here is project units. So while defining project unit options, we have selected business units, right? And the same thing can be also seen under business units as well. Like if you are having a project unit, yes, even you can assign that project unit to that business unit as well. So either you can do there or directly here, right, guys? That is about project unit, and you are very much familiar with the cross charge options as well, right, guys?
Yes, sir.
Only Ganesh? What about others?
Yeah, no.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, no.
Right? So remember, the configure project accounting business functions are meant for capturing all your costing related attributes. మీరు ఇక్కడికి ఎక్కడైనా ఏదైనా బిల్లింగ్ రిలేటెడ్ ఆప్షన్స్ చూసారా
No,
విత్ ఇన్
sir.
దిస్ క్లాస్? No, right? So
No.
in Fusion, costing related attributes are separate and billing related attributes are separate. And why can't you start working on preparing the, you know, differentiations between the e-business suite and Fusion? I think so far we have covered so many differences, right, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yeah, no.
yes, sir.
Did anybody started capturing all these differences?
Yeah, I captured Anna some.
Price ಇದೇನ್ ಬಂದೆ.
Hmm.
I captured Anna.
Okay, so prepare one Excel sheet and maintain 2 columns, one for e-business suite, one for Fusion, and
Okay,
maintain
Anna.
all the differences. Okay,
Okay.
who can take this ownership?
Till now I done some differences, Anna. Up to
Actually,
now, whatever you
everyone.
said, I wrote it that one is EBS, one is Fusion, Anna, in my notes.
Okay, okay, so everyone has to do this, but I will I will approach only one person. So you have to prepare all the points in a well mannered.
Okay.
So who can
Actually,
I?
in wordings means in it is in workflow EBS business process management is fusion. Like that, I prepared two differentiation.
Yeah. So
Is it enough or anything we have to specify in that differences?
that is enough, but just make it in a proper sentence instead of directly mentioning like workflow here. I mean workflow builder here or BPM worklist there. So just maintain like frame it in a like in a readable manner like we use workflow builders in order to send our configure approvals. And again, Fusion side, we use BPM worklist in order to configure approvals, right? So that
Okay.
if anyone see this chart, then they can easily understood what these differences are, right?
Okay.
Okay, can I choose Naresh here to get my complete list in a proper sequence?
Okay.
Okay, Naresh and Abhilash and then Mani,
Okay.
right? Okay, good. So with this, we have successfully completed most of the topics under project organization functional area. And tomorrow we'll see the remaining things, users and security. I think from this we have already covered most of the things. We covered this, and the other important thing, manage users. Did we see this? If not, we can cover in the next topic. And also we have to cover one more topic, which is manage jobs. Okay, apart from this, everything is good. If we cover those two tasks, then we can jump into the project foundation. Okay, let me give presentation assignments to you guys. లోకేష్ మీరు ప్రెజెంటేషన్ ఇచ్చారా ఇంతవరకు మీటింగ్స్లో? లోకేష్?
ఇవ్వలేదన్నా.
Okay. So Lokesh will talk about the roles, the PPM roles in Fusion. Okay.
ఓకే.
And who else? Come on, guys. If I mean, I need some volunteers. I don't know who has given the assignment, I mean presentations, and who has not. Whoever didn't, just raise your hands.
I'm not given
Myself.
a presentation.
Who?
Hello.
Abhilash.
Hello.
Guys,
Hello.
just you can use your raise hand option. I can, if you talk at a time, I cannot
I'm
hear you.
not giving any presentation.
Who is this?
Banu.
Okay, Banu and Lokesh. Okay, Banu will talk about um, all the functional areas within the Fusion, and then he has to talk about each tasks within each functional area, like maybe not all the functional areas, uh, project organizations, organization structures, workforce structures, these three.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
okay, guys. And are you giving presentations in offline? Mani, Naresh, Abhilash, is everything
Yes,
going
sir.
good?
We are giving
Yeah,
presentation. Yeah, daily.
We are all giving presentations.
గణేష్ ఇస్తున్నాడా?
అభిలాష్
ఇస్తున్నాడు అన్న.
ఓకే, వాట్ అబౌట్ అర్జున్? అర్జున్ ఇస్తున్నాడా?
From
No,
tomorrow,
Arjun is not here. Arjun is not attending next week.
I will come
Why
from
Arjun?
tomorrow. I'm offline sir actually, so I will be attending from tomorrow. From tomorrow I will be able to. I'm
Why
attending
tomorrow?
the
It's
class.
been already. It's yeah, wherever you are, right? So
Yes.
you have to give presentations.
Yes sir.
Connect in
But
Zoom or whatever it is, right? That
okay.
is very important. Whether you are in home or in office, I mean institute, wherever it is, right?
Yeah sir. I'm attending
Don't.
the class from home now sir, so I was not able to give the presentation.
Yeah, why can't you able to do that? You can use Zoom link, right?
Okay.
You can connect with your mentor using Zoom. Zoom is free, right? Everyone you make use of Zoom,
Okay.
right?
Yes sir.
Don't stop yourself. I mean, for some reasons. Again, you will know. Anna,
10:25 క్లోజ్ చేసేవా?
అయిపోయిందన్నా?
10:30కి అంజలి క్లాస్ ఉంది.
ఓకే, అయిపోయిందన్న నాది ఇంకా.
సరే సార్.
Okay, guys. So don't stop yourself on some reasons, right? Again, at the end, you'll feel bad again. Arey, why couldn't I do that? Why I was being like that, right? I mean, maybe if you are doing on your own, like that's well and good, but you have to do that with your team members so that you can improve yourself. What about Sai Kiran?
He's
రోజు ఇస్తున్నాడా?
giving ఇస్తున్నాడు అన్న, డైలీ ఇస్తున్నాడు.
ఓకే, ఏ టాపిక్స్ ఇచ్చాడు ఇంతవరకు?
యాక్చువల్ గా ఏ రోజు ఆ రోజు ప్రెజెంటేషన్ ఇచ్చేస్తున్నాడు అన్న.
వాట్ అబౌట్
ఏ రోజు
ప్రీవియస్
ఆ రోజు
టాపిక్స్?
ఇచ్చేసి ప్రీవియస్ టాపిక్స్ ఒక 2 టాపిక్లు కవర్ చేస్తాం.
ఓకే, గుడ్. ఓకే
మా
గైస్,
టీం
దెన్
అంతా ఆల్మోస్ట్ అందరం సేమ్ టాపిక్స్ కవర్ అవుతాయి అన్న.
ఓకే, విచ్ ఇస్ గుడ్. సో you are all in sync then.
యా
సార్
Yes, Manohar.
sir, I have a doubt on roles. We have project administrator and project application administrator and application implementation administrator. So
Yes.
the project administrator can able to access all the projects under a business unit. That means
No.
he can only he can only access work area or functional area.
Project administrator, so he can able to access all the work areas. Again,
Work areas.
yeah,
And
depending upon the
and
data access set what we have given to him, based upon that he can able to access all the projects.
Okay, sir. And the application project application administrator can access work area, not functional area.
Not correct.
And the application implementation administrator can access the both functional and
He can able to
work
access
area,
all the offerings
all the offerings, both areas also, no sir?
under setup and maintenance.
And then only functional area you can access in the all offerings.
Correct.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, guys. See you tomorrow. Bye then.
బాయ్ అన్న.
Bye.
థ్యాంక్ యూ అన్న. బాయ్ అన్న.
Bye everyone.
Bye, Anna.